Good morning, everybody. I know Beth is finishing up. I am Christy with Craftbox Christy. I am here in my very first event today, and I am just getting ready to go live, or I am live, but I'm getting ready to go on live with our group. If you don't know me, my name is Christy. I live in Florida along with Beth. If you are a follower of mine and you are not in the Creative Kinship group, make sure you follow into that group because they have some amazing crafters in there. Let's see here. I'm going to give Beth a few more minutes. I just wanted to make sure everything was working okay. So when you hop on, say hi. Sandra, if you jump on, let me know that everything is looking good on your end. Because, like I said, I've never done this before. So is everybody having their coffee? Is everybody getting out and up and ready, raring to go? Hey, am I good, Sandra? You gotta let me know because I'm new at this. I did a little prep work. I'm so happy that Beth is living near me. We're gonna meet up and do some crafting. I'm gonna tell her all about bottom of the bin. She doesn't even know. So let me know when I'm good to go. What's it? 10:59. So I'm good to go. Oh, yay! Okay. So again, I'll go ahead and good. Perfect. I'll go ahead. Hey, Sandy. I'm going to go ahead and reintroduce myself. So my name is Christy. I'm with Craftbox Christy. I started my page in about March or April of this year. And it's been a crazy year, but it's an amazing one. I've met so many new wonderful friends, and I'm just happy to be here. This is my very first event I've done. Never done an event before. I just always kind of go live on my page, usually on weekday evenings when I'm just kind of in my crafting mode. Aw, thank you, Sandra. So, hello everyone, and welcome to the Creative Kinship group. I'm Christy. I'm thrilled to have everyone here today. There are some amazing crafters. When you hop on, make sure that you follow and you go like and love and just react to everybody's wonderful crafts today. This event is hosted by Sandra with Country Family Roots and Tanya with Tanya's Crafting Creations. That is a mouthful. But both of them are really great, and I love watching them both. Today is going to be all about candy canes. So I'm going to be making a candy cane for you. I have done something similar to this in the past, but they seem to be really good. They're actually really good to be selling at craft shows. If you guys do craft shows, or if you do little crafting events with your church or something, this is really good, easy craft to do, and they sell. People love them. So when you hop on, say hi. I am so happy to be here. I hope I said everything right. So up after me is my wonderful friend Cheryl. She is so sweet, and she is with Cheryl's Farmhouse DIY. She's an amazing crafter as well. I love watching her, and she is so funny because she uses the little filters. I don't use filters. Hi, Beth. I don't use filters, but life just happens, and it seems to be funny anyway. So, like I said, today is candy cane theme, and I have a really cute, non-traditional candy cane for you that we're going to do. So, if you guys are in Dollar Tree, hi Tanya! Thank you so much for having me. If you guys were in Dollar Tree and you find the little forms that you find, these are found at Dollar Tree. I still got the tag on it. I'm going to go ahead and snip that off. Go ahead and grab up what you can. Obviously, don't be a hoarder, but we all know you gotta get a couple extra, right? Everybody gets a couple extra. So we're gonna be using this today. We're gonna be using a lot of yarn, ribbon, lace, all kinds of textures and things like that. So I will kind of go over what I have for you. We are also going to be using scrap fabrics. So these scrap fabrics is just stuff that you would probably already have on hand. Hi, Wanda. How are you, dear? All right. So basically, we're going to be doing a little bit of embellishment at the end. We have an hour, so I'm on for an hour, and then up next after me is going to be Cheryl. So you guys got to watch her. She is hilarious. I love her. Okay, so if you don't get to watch us all live today, make sure you come back and you watch the replays, because there are some really good crafts that you don't want to miss. Pop us on your phone when you're doing the dishes. Pop us, or when you're crafting today, filling out your Christmas cards. Just, we're all about support here in the Creative Kinship Group, and I am happy to be part of it. So, all right, guys, I'm going to go ahead and get this baby started. Basically, we're just doing a lot of tying. That's really what we're doing. I'm actually going to start with the fabric and my chunkiest yarn. This will kind of cover and give us a little bit of a base on what we're going to be working with. But these turn out really, really cute in the end. I'm so glad you're doing good today. I am pretty good. It is a rainy day here in Florida. I am from Florida. It is not the sunshine state today. It's the rainy state today. I don't think there's a bit of Florida that is not raining today. So, I don't know. We'll have to see. There's supposed to be some bad weather later. And we were going to go to a Christmas party, but I don't know if we're going to go now, because we do have the drive is a little bit. As some of you may know, I did move about an hour away from where I used to live. And although I still visit there quite often, an hour isn't that bad of a drive. In bad weather, it is. So I just went ahead and put some of my fabric on. Now, I didn't do anything fancy. This is just scrap fabric. You can get this at any craft store. If you find like the little remnants, just grab your favorite colors, and we're just cutting little strips. You can make them as thick or thin as you want. Oh, you love the color of my wall? Oh my gosh, Beth, that's so funny you say that, because this is not the color I painted. This is the color that we moved into. But this color was actually all of the walls in the house, which I think is just a little too much. It's not a bad color at all, but honestly, it's not bad, but I'm going to be painting it. We moved at the very last week of October, and like right after Halloween, I wanted to decorate as soon as possible for Christmas, basically. So we decided, we got the really big spots of the house, like the dining room, the living room, the bathroom, or not the bathroom, but the bedrooms. And we got those handled. And then we're going to wait till after Christmas, and then we'll probably be doing this a little bit more neutral. So I'm just kind of unraveling some of this yarn so I can work with it. And you would think that, yarn is for, just crocheters, but it's for other people too. And of course, now I can't find my end. There it is. So then I am just going to kind of wrap this around. I'm going to tie it. And I do double knots, but if you have a different knot that you prefer, that's fine too. You do love the color? That's so funny you guys say that. It might be the lighting. I don't know. It's pretty dark. It's like a teal blue. But I kind of like neutral. So I might keep this wall like an accent wall with that blue, just to kind of give it homage to the original owners of the house, but who knows? Bring them on. Oh, Cheryl. Hey, Cheryl. Cheryl is on next. Thanks for joining me. So I am doing a door hanger just like Beth is. However, mine's going to be a little bit different. So I like different. I'm a different person. Not in a bad way, of course, but I have an hour to wrap this candy cane. So hopefully we'll make it. I'm so glad you're here. So how is everybody else's weather? Is it snowing where you're at? Any advisories? Everybody, please be careful if you are heading out today. I know it's Saturday. It's a busy day. A lot of people are off work. They have to get, stuff done, some last minute shopping. If you are not on my page, you can go ahead and follow me. We've been doing some fun things. When I do my lives, sometimes I do Christmas trivia, or I might just start doing regular trivia, depending on the theme. We also just did a ornament exchange, and that was a lot of fun. So I'm hoping we get some more people to join next year. We had about a dozen people send in ornaments, and I put them up on my tree here behind me. And then I just sent them to the different people that were on my page. So everybody got a different ornament, and it was super fun. They should be getting them this weekend, if not the start of next week, depending where they are. Sandy, you're on here. Yours went out in the mail, dear. Make sure you let me know. And I actually saved some of them, wanted to know right away, so we did the reveal on live, and then some people wanted it surprise, so they're getting a surprise in the mail. So basically, this is what we're going to do. We're just going to wrap the candy cane with different types of, and it turns out really, really cute. And these are really good sellers if you do markets for next year. Or you can do it with a star. You don't have to use a candy cane. You can do them with just the round wreaths. So it does get a little tedious, and it's a little bit of work, but the end result is really good. And I do actually have one that I made that I'll show you at the end. So I'm trying to see if I could see you guys' comments. I do have my husband's laptop is here today. So we'll see. Sometimes I see your comments on here, and sometimes I don't. Oh, you're going to be listening? Okay. I'm so glad you're getting everything prepared. Yes. I was actually a fill-in, which I'm very grateful for. If you are a crafter and you would like to start getting into the events, please contact Sandra with Country Family Roots or Tanya with Tanya's Craft and Creations. They are in charge of this group, and I want to thank them very much for inviting me. And I was very glad I was able to do this one. Sometimes I'm not always available as I work full-time too. Aw, you know I love you guys. I love watching the two of you too. The two of them together are fun. And then when Sandra gets with Cheryl, it's fun too. Sometimes I'll be working and I'll be like in between calls and I'll keep it on low and I'll watch them. I just kind of have that flexibility with my work. So I hope everybody is staying safe. I know I was, like I said, I was supposed to go to a Christmas party, but I'm not sure if we're going to make it because we are a little nervous about the weather. So let me explain to you what I'm doing with this part. Basically, I'm just putting a base down. So this is going to be like the background of everything. And then when I wrap this, I will show you all the different types of actual yarn and fabrics and things that I'm going to use. So I am doing a pink and white and red candy cane today. I know some people love the pastel Christmas stuff, which I do as well. But some people do, you know, just like either white and gold or the blue and silver. Some people do the traditional red and green Christmas or the red and white candy canes. This one is very versatile, so you don't have to use the same colors I do, and you can make it your own to match your own decor. Or if you have like a neighbor that like their house looks dreary or something, you can make one of these for them to your liking or their liking, and kind of put it, you know, just kind of deliver it and give it to them for their door. So these are super fun to make though. All right, so gotta grab my scissors, which I buried under all my materials. Whoops. And then we will embellish it at the end. Yes, in your area already? Yes, my husband just went to the store to get, we're gonna just make chili and stay in today. We still have a lot to do at on the house, and starting the new year, I'm gonna be doing more projects and more, I guess, DIY projects around here, but I'm gonna make them part of my page too. So you guys can watch all of the different DIYs. So even if you guys don't craft, do you guys do like home improvement stuff, or do you do DIY stuff? Is that something you'd be interested in? So I'm actually still doing the Giftmas on my page as well, which I give you guys special Giftmas ideas, basically gift ideas for the loved ones in your life. So, all right, so there's kind of our base. Obviously, I didn't cover it all, but we're going to basically put a lot of texture and a lot of different color on here, and it's going to look amazing at the end. So I have some lacy red ribbon here. I also have this textured fuzzy yarn. I have just the plain pink old yarn. This is like a rose color. And I, of course, have red because you can't be a candy cane without a little bit of red. I also found this chenille yarn at Dollar Tree. I don't know if you guys have seen it, but it's very thin. But if you wrap this up a couple times when you put it together, it's very fun. And then I also got some of this pink ribbon or pink yarn. This is like a chenille type, like twisty yarn too. Now, I will say a lot of the yarns that I'm using or fabrics that I'm using today came from my craft store that is near in Pinellas, but it's sort of near me. It was really down the street from me in my old house. They're called Bottom of the Bin, and if you want more information, I can definitely put it online. For those that are local, it may be a little bit of a drive, but it's definitely worth it. It's a consignment store with all crafts supplies at really good prices. So like this little thing of yarn cost $1. And then I think it was 50 cents because that day they did they do specials on Sundays. So they usually do 50% off one of the major craft supplies. They also have an online store. So if you are not local, that's something you can get into. But this is where I get a lot of my supplies. I think I was given this recently from a friend, but this is just a piece of yarn. I'm just going to cut it up a little bit, or lace, not yarn. I didn't finish my coffee. Yes, I am going to tell you all about it, Beth. I know that I was teasing you about it when you were live, but you need to know about it. If you're that close, you need to know about it. We need to meet up there one day. Okay, and then I just took a piece of scrap fabric. Some of this I even get at Bottom of the Bin. They come in these little remnants, and sometimes these could be 50 cents or $1. And then I just kind of cut them and rip them up, and this is what you get. And so we're going to wrap it with that as well. The name of the store is Bottom of the Bin. And at the end of my live, I will tag them at the bottom because they do have a Facebook page. So they do have a Facebook group. So a lot of the crafters in our area that go to the store, they'll even share some of their things. So yes. So I'm going to go ahead what I love about their store is they're all about recycling. They're all about, conserving and keeping stuff out of landfills. And I know that you guys joke about, your husbands and hoarding and all of that. But if there is a craft supply that you no longer need, you can bring it into the store and they'll give you store credit for it. So we definitely need to get more of these stores out there in the United States because that would be amazing to kind of keep that up, and it's just better for our environment. Now, I will say you probably want to wrap around the edges I would say maybe 2 or 3 times because those edges can be very sharp. Obviously, you wouldn't give it to little children, and what you can do is you can tie the 2 pieces together in a knot so you can just keep going, or you can tie it to the back where they're not going to see it. Yes, all about repurposing, yes. And then, like I said, if you have craft supplies and you don't know what to do with it, or like Beth was joking how her husband wouldn't know what to do with it, he can just put it all in a U-Haul and take it to Bottom of the Bin. But yes, people will, if you are a thrifter, it's basically going into a thrift store, a really nice, organized thrift store at that, and just getting some materials, and their prices are so reasonable and so good. Okay, and then I'm just going to wrap. So we're going to make this, now you could twist it as you wrap to kind of give it a little bit more dimension, or you can just keep it flat. I'm going to probably just mix it up a little bit and do a little bit of both. And then I do recommend putting a little bit of a pattern in here. So I got this polka dot one. It just kind of gives it a little bit more character. Yes, Iris. Yes, you don't have anything like that in New York City. I know. I know that the owner and I are friends, and she has talked about bringing it to a different part of the area, because right now they're just a small little store and they have maybe 3 employees. But she was talking about bringing it over to Tampa, so pretty soon. But I am hoping that the concept will get out there more, and more business owners or crafters, if you know an entrepreneurship opportunity, tell them to come to Arizona. Yeah. I mean, and if you guys have the means, you can definitely talk to her and see if you could start your own store. I mean, why not? But I do know that they do online too. So there is that option. Now I'm going to put a little bit of this polka dot, and I'm just kind of rewrapping it to the bottom, so it kind of goes with the others. So you see how that is? So I'm definitely glad it's an hour long. It would do great. It would do great in a lot of places, because there are a lot of people that are really just, it touches my heart how many people are for the environment, and they're getting more and more out there. I just started following a girl on TikTok that was doing like a consignment for like clothes, like a clothing exchange in her community. They invited, obviously, you have, the green or organic people, that come to your community, or they have like a boutique, and then they basically would come out and they would have tables, and then, for like, they just do the clothing exchange, or they would, like, I don't know, give you a little bit of a deal, I guess, for like $5 for the bag or whatever it was. But I thought that was a really cool concept too, because even though you have a style, or if you have a certain style, you could still go out and get stylish things without spending all the money on the brand new stuff. So I know I'm a little bit of a Maxinista myself. I like going to the clothing stores to get, some new things here and there, but I also can appreciate, just kind of recycling and putting that stuff out there, as far as, using reusable things and keeping stuff out of the landfills, because it is better for the environment. So, all right, I'm going to pop a little bit of my lighter pink ribbon, and this is what I mean by you can get all kinds of shade ribbons, and then I'll show you guys the one that I already did, and if you didn't see it yet. If you have been following me, you probably already saw it, but it's okay. We're gonna do this pink and white and red one, really cute, and then we'll embellish it at the end. Yes, you know what, Sandra, you should start your own. You and Sandy can do it, since you guys are near each other. I don't know if I could, because even my friend Stephanie that owns Bottom of the Bin, she's even told me before how hard it is for her not to take all of her product home. So I'm going to go up with this one. So I know you'll have to have a little bit of willpower if you do own your own. Oh, you skipped the post office? Hello, Mom. My mom is on here. My mom is basically, I'll tell you a little bit of story about me if you're new to my page. So my mom and my grandma did a lot of crafting. I've been crafting since I was like 4 years old, and really never really stopped. I did have kids pretty young, but I always like either made their costumes or made stuff for them for Christmas, because we didn't have a ton of money. I mean, I've been crafting my whole life. So it's definitely something that has been running in the family for years. And she's actually joined me on my page a few times. I use ThreadUp online consignment for clothes. Oh, okay. Yes, there are a lot more online boutiques that do that too. We can see if Mel's Crafty Corner wants to too. Oh yes, so you guys are all together? That's awesome. Aw. I love that. Oops, I did not tie this all the way. Hi Joanne, how are you today? So I'm going to tell you guys a little secret. I'm going to be giving away on this live, just because I have a supplement amount of craft supplies, and Bottom of the Bin won't take these, but I know you guys will use them. My husband will be back soon with that. And I gave him a job. When he comes back, he's going to be ringing that bell either 2 or 3 times, I told him. And whoever's comment comes up, either as he's ringing the bell or right after, or probably right before he does the bell or at the same time, I'm going to be giving away a calendar to whoever's here and whoever comments that. So it's a little bit of a contest, and I will send it out. Now, they are the older calendars, but I know you guys can get really creative with them. So I gave him a job today. So I guess that's not a secret, but it's a fun thing I'm doing. Hi, how are the roads? Good. Roads weren't bad yet. I just told them. Mel's Crafty Corner. Hello, new to your page. Mel's Crafty Corner, message me because you get the calendar. He has no idea. Oh, that's so funny. No, I went on her page on one of your events, I believe, one time, Sandra, but I had not. All right, I'm going to wrap some of the fabric up here. I got to watch the time, too. Oh, we're already 11:24. We're okay. It is a little bit of a challenge. But if you have, like, downtime and you're just watching Christmas movies, who likes Christmas movies? I'll tell you what, we've watched some really cute Christmas movies this year. And there's some really good ones out. And I'm just happy about it. And they're not even, we didn't even touch the Hallmark Channel yet. And there's just so many on all the different streaming channels they have now. There's a lot this year that came out. What is my daytime job? So I work from home. I am fortunate enough to work from home, so I can be working on a little project when I'm home. I schedule for a children's hospital. I think that's all I'm allowed to say. But if you PM me, I can talk about it. So don't forget, after me, Cheryl's Farmhouse DIY. She is prepping right now because I know she was on here and she said hi, everybody. She is prepping for the day and she is hilarious. I love her. So make sure you check her out. If you cannot watch her live, make sure you are watching her and the rest of our group on the replays. You could be, just if you're doing dishes or if you're cooking dinner or just kind of get some house chores done, just pop us on your phone and watch us that way. We appreciate you sprinkling us out and sharing us with your friends. The more, the merrier is what I say. And the more people that's on my lives and when I do trivia, it's so much fun. So I can literally say that. The more, the merrier. All right, I'm going to wrap a little bit more of this. This is that fuzzy textured yarn. And I'm going to go this way down. And then you'll see like the kind of the effect that it does. And I kind of wanted to show you, I know I could have prepped for this a little bit, but I just wanted to show you kind of how easy it was and, just the start to the finish. It's a lot of wrapping. But it does look very, very cute in the end. Especially when you add all those textures. I think the more texture it has, the cuter it is. Yes, I get to watch lives too. Yes, Beth, you don't get to watch lives. Yeah, we do get very busy too. We just started getting better staff though, like more staff. So I know for a little while we were low staffed and it was constantly a busy phone and there wasn't anything you could really do. Some people like to read or, surf the internet, which I think it's easy to do when you're at home, but I don't know. Now, another thing I wanted to show you guys too is the effect that when you do a couple different layers together. So you see how this one is just like a few little stripes, but when you put the 3 stripes together, it just has that pop. I just love that. And you cannot mess this up. Like, even if you don't think you're great at crafting, or this is something the kids can help you do. You can make a bunch and just kind of hang them. You can hang like 3 or 4 of them on your garage or outside on your porch. I love how easy this project is. All right, I'm going to cut this one off, and I need to add more fabric to the top, but I'm going to just cover. I'm just going to tie this here for now. That's so funny. Mel's Crafty Corner just joined my page and she won a calendar like that. I love it. Mel, I will send your calendar out in the mail probably Monday. Okay, so I think I'm going to put a little bit more of the polka dot fabric up here. And then we will add some other textures and some yarns. And what I like to do with the candy canes too is you could either make this a J for Jesus. I love that. And like I said, any color, any theme, it would be perfect. So I know we have some amazing crafters on here. Yes, yes. Absolutely, Sandra. I know we have some amazing crafters on here, so I think this one is just more of like a little simple one that you could do. It's not an amazing craft. I have made some really cute stuff though on my page, so that's why I like the groups. I love him too. Okay, so let's see. I think I made that knot a little too small, but no fear, you could always glue it in the end. But I'm just going to leave it for now. All right, so now we're getting there, right? We're filling it up. So I'm going to probably add a little lace later. We can add pink lace. I'm going to start doing some reds though. I think I'm going to start doing some of this red and some of this yarn red. Oh, my dog is going to join me. I'm so glad you like it. Has anyone else seen this before or has tried anything like that before with the yarn? Sometimes the yarn goes on sale too. I've seen it go on sale at, I've seen them go on like the clearance sales. You gotta get there the day of though, because all the other crafters are like grabbing everything that day. But I've seen them go on clearance before, and they end up getting, you know, quite a bit for pretty cheap. The pink and white reminds me of Willie and Barbie. Oh, I know, right? Now, obviously, when you have a thinner piece, you're gonna want to kind of layer it. So that's what I'm doing. I'm just kind of doing the layers. And I'm going to wrap like a few of the layers at a time. So we're going to go ahead and start doing that. And these especially make it pop. Sometimes you get tangled. All right, so I got one end going this way, which we'll go ahead and finish. So we got one end going this way. How are we on time? Oh, good. I think we'll have just enough time. Oh, I'm so glad you like it. Oh, hi, Michael. Howdy, howdy. You know, the FB Facebook is not allowing me to get a lot of notifications, and plus I switched from back and forth from my regular page to my crafting page, so I don't get to see a lot of times when some of you are on. How is married life treating me, Sandra? Aw. Great, actually. We were pretty happy. Yes, last night we had a date night. We went to a concert and we walked around downtown, our old city, of course, so it's a little bit of a drive. They had it all lit up for Christmas and it was nice and pretty and shiny. You know how it is. All right, now I'm going to go ahead and kind of just wrap around. And this just kind of adds dimension. There we go. And I do, when I try to unravel it, I try to unravel it and then already group it together, but you can just wrap it around, you know, that spot a couple times and you can adjust it. Like I said, this is not anything that you could mess up because it turns, no matter how you do it, it turns out cute either way. So welcome to my page. Oh, thank you for following. Is this your first time watching me too? That's great. Thank you. I am very grateful for Tanya and Sandra for letting me in this event today. I am a fill-in, but I am happy to fill in because I love the both of them. I love what they do. Their crafting is amazing and they're just super kind, sweet people. And I think that's what makes the group so special is that you have to have nice and, I mean, you can put out a great craft, but your intention and you have to be kind and you have to, you know, just support. And I think that's what sets this group away from the rest of them. And I'm sure there's a lot that are like that. This is just the first group that I've been a part of. So I've enjoyed all the crafters so far. Everybody is so sweet and supportive. And in the crafting community, you definitely need that. You definitely need that in the real world anyway. So, all right. So there is that's the end of that one. So I'm going to go ahead and tie this around. And look, you don't even have to use a glue gun with it, because that's why this is so cute with the kids. Now, I will say you could also do mini versions if you find like some foam. You can do this with like foam pieces, like little ones for the kids. This is just a really cute craft to do on a rainy day like it is here in Florida. And you can just make a bunch up. And these actually would make really cute gifts. It's a cute hostess gift to like have them decorate. Especially if you know somebody with a theme. So I have another one done too that I'm going to show you guys at the end. So, all right, we're going to let that one kind of go. All right, now I'm going to use this yarn at the top. And with the thinner yarn, chunky yarn is always great for this craft. You at least need at least one to do, you know, your base, because it gives you more coverage. But the chunkier yarn, the better it'll look. But if you don't have chunky yarn, it's not a problem because you're just going to wrap it up a little bit more. Thank you. Well, I believe in support and being kind to each other. I think we've all been there where we've, you know, been bullied and have had people not so kind to us. And I just, you know, you always remember how people make you feel. And, you know, and it's a choice. Oops, I cut the wrong thing. It's a choice. You could either decide that you want to be bitter toward that person or in general and just not like the world, or you could choose to just be the better and light of the world. Be nice. Because we definitely need more nice. And that's what Christmas is about too, right? Kindness and forgiveness. Forgiveness. We don't use that word enough. All right, so I'm going to wrap the top part of this candy cane a couple times. It's a little harder to do with the thinner yarn, which is why I just always suggest like a textured yarn. But we are going to give it a little bit of pop with this lace too. So I'll just probably do it a couple times. Hi, Ty Shepherd. Welcome to my page. Welcome to the event today. I am doing an event with our Creative Kinship group. If you have not joined, I did put a link in here, so make sure you join. Pop on and say hi to everybody and see what they're making. And if you're interested, see how they made it, and head on out to your Dollar Tree or your craft store because they got the supplies. Or if you're already a crafter, you can just head into your craft room because I'm sure we have stuff stashed away. But it is raining today. I am in the Sunshine State of Florida, the western, like Bayside, and it is not a sunny day in Florida. That's for sure. But that's all right. We have these days sometimes. All right, so I will say you want to give your arms a break in between candy canes, or because it's a lot of wrapping, it's a lot of using your arms. I'm just checking the time, guys. All right, so we got about 20 more minutes. We should be good. I'm probably going to just be another 5 minutes wrapping this. I'm just chit-chatting with you all. You're in your craft area as we speak. Awesome. I hope everybody does some crafting today or gets any of their stuff done. Now, let me ask you guys something. Since Beth was just on, she did the cutest little door hanger. If you guys did not see that, make sure you go back and watch the replay, because if some of you are coming on because you just woke up because it's a later time and you're in a different time zone, make sure you check it out. She did a great job. But I want to know from some of you crafters, do you get your chores done first and then craft, or do you put off your chores and craft first? Or does it depend? I will say for me, it depends. If there's a deadline to be had, the crafting would have to come first. Because I do craft shows and stuff too. Oh, you're welcome, Beth. It was so cute. I love the way you, she like stuffed these little gingerbreads. I never thought of that. Those are just the little gingerbreads. And even the kids can do that. I like when you involve kids. So I just made some stripes with that yarn. So I'm going to cut this off. And then I think I'm going to get my other pink textured yarn out, and then we'll finish it off with maybe a couple fabric pieces on the ends here because it is kind of sharp. You just have to be careful. Or you can sand it down probably. Craft and coffee is your rule. Chores, then craft. Good for you, Joanne. I'm proud of you. You're getting, yes, I am getting a workout, yes. It's dinner. And my husband's cooking dinner. I usually cook dinner during the week. He's starting dinner at lunchtime. Isn't that funny? It does depend, yes. Chores then craft most times. I'm proud of you too, Sandy. I can't say, I think I do, there is some stuff I put off, but I'm hoping today and tomorrow I can get a little bit more organized and stuff put away and some stuff done. Since it's raining and we can't really shop, or we're not really going to go out very much, go anywhere today. All right, so this is a perfect example of a great deal. So I got this pink. It's different shades of pink, so it's going to go perfect with this candy cane. It was only $1 bottom of the bin. So that's what I'm talking about. And this is going to last me a little while yet. So let me unravel some of this here. He's a keeper. Yes, he is a keeper. Oh, we have been together 6 years. And of course you always say we wish we had found each other younger, but you know, we were different people at different times and it's always God's timing. But I don't know. We've known each other. It's been 7 years almost. No, 6. And we've been basically together ever since. It didn't take long. We're in different spots at different times, but I'm very happy with him. He is amazing. and I'm just happy he's mine. So, to answer your question, Sandra, about married life, yes. I am loving my married life. It's very different than my first married life. It's very happier than my first married life. And I think if you've done it before, you would think that, oh, you've done this before, but it's very different because it was different. So, all right, so we are going to wrap this baby around. And I will say, the only thing I would say is make sure you don't hide some of that fabric with that print, because that print just gives it a little something extra. And if you don't like the way it turns out, you can always wrap it around again. It's not going to hurt anything. All right, I kind of want some of my textures up here, so. And then, of course, you want to pull it tight when you do this a little bit, so. I did unravel quite a bit. And this is perfect to sing. If you have singing skills, or put on your Christmas music and let someone else sing to you. The FB doesn't like music. I had some on in the background where you could barely hear it the other day on my live. I haven't heard anything bad about it, but we'll sing to ourselves in this group today. The people watching can put the music on. You guys can sing with us. You're back and you're ready, Cheryl? Okay. I got a few more minutes, right? I'm almost done. I'm just going to do the very last bit of this candy cane, and then I will show you how we're going to embellish it. And I'm actually going to get my glue gun out for the first time. Who can say that? They got their glue gun out at the last minute. Okay. And then I'm going to use this yarn, and I'm just kind of wrapping the bottom. Yes, you're watching you. Okay. That's excellent, Cheryl. It's Candy Cane Day. It's Candy Cane Day in the Creative Kinship group. Do you like candy canes? What flavor candy canes do you all like? You know what's so weird? You would think, I actually found at Five Below last year, I found the Oreo candy, I think it was last year or the year before, the Oreo candy canes, and you would think, ew, but they were actually quite good. I've done that. I've gotten my glue late. Yeah. Well, for this one, we don't really need glue except for the embellishments. So that's the good part. All right. So I'm just going to tie this off here. Or you could tuck it even in, you could even tuck it in there like that. So, all right. Make sure there's no wires showing. You could always, move it up a little bit or however you want to do. So you guys like that? Okay. See, I didn't even use all my scraps. I definitely did a lot of prepping for that one. Okay. So I think what I'm going to do is, obviously you can keep a scrap to use as your hanger, which I will do at the end. But we want to embellish this a little bit. So what I did with my other ones is I kind of put something in the middle of here. So let me show you guys my ideas. So I believe, and I know I'm backwards. I don't have a camera that goes frontwards. Oh, you're first time watching from Kansas. Shay, welcome to my page. I'm Christy. We are making candy canes today. And this is mine today. Who commented? Shay. It was right before you rang the bell. Okay, he has the bell. So Shay is also winning a calendar. So Shay, make sure you message me. That's so funny. My 2 first-time watchers are getting calendars today. How funny. He doesn't know who's on or commenting, so that was just random. Make sure you message me today. I'm gonna send you a calendar to craft with. Thank you guys. I love your support. I only started my page in April, and I haven't even been that consistent. Consistency is key, but I'm loving it now because now I have my space and my craft room, which we're going to move to when Christmas is over, which how could we dare say? All right, so the embellishments that I want to talk to you guys about is you can really do anything with this. But I did find this little believe sign. So I believe these came from Michael's. I'm not just saying that to be funny. They're like little wood. You could definitely put like a little bow and put this in the middle. I also found these little wooden gift tags. These came from Hobby Lobby. They were $3.99 for a pack of, I want to say there's 8 or 10. There's 10 of them. So they were half off. So I got like 10 of these wooden tags for $2. So I think those are really cute. Or you could do a rag bow. There's plenty of things that you guys can do with this. I, however, think I'm going to make a little hang tag on this. And then I am going to put one of these little hollies on it in the middle. And then just kind of tie it like that. And I think that would be super cute. And you could also do a bow. So maybe we'll have time. I'm watching my time. I got 8 minutes. Well, technically 10 minutes. Cheryl's got 8 minutes. All right. So what I'm going to do is I am going to write something on here. So I've got my paint pen. Just make sure you're not wearing, you know, any cute clothes. Don't get any of your cute clothes, because we all know we love our cute clothes. All right, and I'm going to put, what can I put on here? I'm just going to write candy cane. Or I have an idea. We'll try to make it look a little primitive. Now you could use a stencil or a stamp on these wooden slices or these wooden tags, but I had to stop and think what I was spelling. Do you guys ever do that where you have writer's block? Like, oh no, I'm writing something. I gotta make sure it's right. I do that all the time. And I'm just using a paint pen. These work well. These are I found these in the big pack, but they do have the bigger ones that you can buy individually from the paint companies, which are probably better, but honey, I'll be off in 10 minutes to help. So if it is raining where you are, today is the perfect day to watch everybody in the group, because you can't go anywhere if you're snowed in, right? And if not, today, any day is a good day to watch the group. If you are busy or if you're working later, make sure you visit all of the crafters that's on here. There's some really good crafters on here that I'm getting to know. And I just learned that Beth lives near me, so Beth and I need to get together. All right, I'm going to do like a little, probably, I always need to think my things through, and I don't have that much time, so I'll probably add to it later, but I'm going to do like a little embellishment stitching around it. Now you could also use for this, and it might even show up better, if you guys have gotten the chalkboard markers from Dollar Tree, those are fun too. Yes, I'm excited too. That is so funny. See, these turn out so much better than the paint pens. And that's only, you know, if you have really good artistic skills. If you don't, I should have just used this to begin with. But it's okay. I can go back and just trace everything. I'm going to highlight my stitching around here. All right, so I know you guys probably don't see that, and it's backwards, but there we go. We'll use that. And then we'll put this on, and then maybe I will make a cute little rag bow just to add to it. And it's going to take up right to my time, isn't it? Oh, you know what? I forgot to put my lace, so let me make part of my bow for my lace. I will definitely do that. I'm just kind of getting some scraps out to tie everything with. Like I said, you can't mess this up. Hi, Creations by Kim. It's good to see you. Oh, you guys are going to make one? Oh my gosh, if you guys make one, please post it in our group so we can see how different they all turn out. Don't forget to remind me too. What, I got 5 minutes? Don't forget to remind me. I want to show you the one I already made too. Because you guys, if you're new to my page and you haven't seen it before, you'll love it. You're going to love it. All right, so I'm just going to make a little kind of like shape here. I do have a bow maker, but I'm not messing with that because we're running out of time. But I think this is going to be super, super cute. All right, let's take this little piece and lay it down. My husband's looking for something. Sorry, I know I stopped talking. I was focused. Has anyone done that in their lives? They just stop and focus on what they were talking about. Like, wait, I have people watching me. All right, let me stick this back here so we can hide that. But I am gonna put the holly in the front. So probably turned out a little, yours would probably turn out a little bit better, but that's all right. I like using wired ribbon too, because then you get to kind of manipulate it a little bit. Oh yes, this is gonna look cute. Okay, let me get my glue gun out. Here we go. Just saying hi. I will catch the replays. Still in San Diego. Okay, no problem, Crafter Triple L. I've been watching you too. There are a few of you that I have not watched yet, but I will have some time. So I'm going to go follow a lot of you and watch you today. And I thank you again for coming in. I know that Cheryl's probably getting ready to get on. Please go watch her or her replay. She is so funny sometimes. I just love her. She is also kind and she sings too. She will sing to you on her live. She has done that before and I absolutely love it. Make sure you support all of your crafting friends. We are a fun little community here. All right, and I hope I did, ooh, I pushed down my holly berry there. All right, now I'm just gonna go ahead and glue this in here so it's kind of hanging out. Actually, I know I'm watching my time, girls. I'm watching my time. I'm gonna go ahead and just tie it into it. And I probably need to glue that piece down again. I've never done the hang tag one before, so it's definitely, I'm your guinea pig, but it's not that hard. You guys can probably get it done. No problem. It's just tying knots. I'm trying to make sure, you guys, I'm thinking I spelled candy cane wrong, but I didn't. That would be funny if that would be my luck if I did that, though, that's for sure. All right, so glue that down. We are good on time. Don't forget to show us the other candy cane. Say, thank you, Shay. Thank you for telling me that. I will not. All right, let me show you the one we made. I am going to just kind of put this ribbon through here too, and we're gonna make a little hang tag, or a little hanger for it. This is optional. You don't have to do that, but I'm gonna do this one. There it is. I know it's kind of backwards for you guys, but there it is. And there's your little hang tag. You love it? I'm so glad you love it, guys. Hey, Dawn. Dawn, I'm going to check my P.O. box today because I didn't check it. I didn't check it yesterday. I still didn't get it yet, but I'm going to check it today. All right, so there's that one. And then, this one I have made. This one is my Grinch themed one. So, and these just came from scrap fabrics, scrap yarn, and Dollar Tree, these. The forms. I couldn't remember the words. So you've got one for your Grinch lovers, and then you've got one for your pink and pastel, or you can do red and white. You can do whatever colors you want because candy cane flavors come in different kinds. So there's my crown for today. And my time is about up. Make sure you are jumping into the Creative Kinship group and you're watching Cheryl, my dear friend Cheryl. She does the funniest things. She does the cutest crafts, so you guys have to go watch her and hit the replay. Thank you for sprinkling me out, and thank you for joining my page. This was so much fun, and thank you again to Tanya and Sandra for letting me join today. This was so much fun, and it was something different for a Saturday for me. I'm usually out running around doing errands, but this is so much better. All right, guys. Love you. Have a great day. Bye. Thanks, Tanya.